Pinpoint weather on NBC5 News is brought to you by the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe.
80 degrees was the high temperature yesterday. That didn't break the record high set back in 1928 of 81, but it is the first 80-degree temperature of the year. Last year, we didn't reach 80 degrees until April 26. Our last 80-degree temperature was October 20th of last year. Warm one for yesterday. We did have some record highs. We had Mount Shasta City tying their record of 74. Roseburg beating their record high by 1 degree. They topped off at 80 as well. Now we had some 60s out in our eastern counties, 50s for the coastline. Today, of course, the first day of spring. It's going to be another gorgeous afternoon, plenty of sunshine. We begin spring tonight at 8:06, so we are still within the last hours of winter, although it feels more like spring as we've gotten through the last couple of days. And the vernal equinox, this is when the sun's rays are directly in line with the equator. That's where we get exactly around 12 hours of daylight. For us, it's a little bit off, but overall, equal day and equal night. That is where the word equinox comes from. We get 12 hours generally from the north to the south pole, and of course for the equator. Our temperature is going to feel a little bit more like late winter, unfortunately, especially whenever we're getting into this weekend. You see the huge drop off in temperatures over the next several days. We'll be cooling off starting tomorrow, but we're still going to be above seasonal high throughout Thursday. We'll get a little bit more seasonal into Friday, and then we'll cool off even more. And this is expected to kind of stick around a little bit later into the forecast. Even with our long range models, we're still expecting the cool down to last into next week. So this strong ridge that is built up across the northwest is going to have a little bit of a weakening effect for us, and it's going to be pushing further south and southeast. You see the developing lows out here? Well, that's what's bringing in all the changes expected over the next several days, not only with those temperatures, but also with some rain. But for today, we have that nice, mostly sunny sky. We'll likely have some high cloud streaming in the area. We will see the uptick in cloud cover as we get through Wednesday. Even some shower potential along the coastline stretching into portions of Douglas County. A little bit better coverage of these light showers to our north. Not much going to be added on the rain gauge from this first little round of rain, but as we look at rain totals over the next 5 days, you see a little bit better coverage going area wide. We'll get a little bit better rain chances when we're getting into Friday and Saturday. And unfortunately, got to bring this graphic back. We're talking about those snow levels because when we're getting into those colder temperatures, returning to those lower snow levels, especially when we get into Saturday and Sunday. Snow levels look to be topping off around 3,000 to 4,500 feet, 3,000 to 4,500 feet. So that potential for mountain snow does return into our area. Nothing on the valley floor. Will be sticking around with liquid precipitation Friday, Saturday. That shower chance becomes more likely, and we'll also be dealing with a little bit more wind. We'll also be dealing with a little bit more wind tomorrow as that first system moves through, cooling us off into the 60s. Morning lows still holding into some lower 40s, and showers look to continue into next week. But again, those snow levels drop. We see that rain and snow potential across our eastern counties for Saturday, and likely as we get into Sunday and Monday as well. More wind for them, cooling off from 70 degrees today to the upper 40s this weekend. A huge drop off in those temperatures over the next several days. 70s, then 60s in Northern California. More wind, especially on Friday, and then those rain chances start to pick up, especially into Saturday. Coastline will also be seeing more rain picking up into late Thursday and continuing with the shower coverage all the way into next week. Slight chance for maybe a few of those light showers starting tomorrow.